Hey everyone, Tony here, Psyched on Baseball Cards. Yes, I got me a haircut. Hope everybody had a nice weekend and have a nice coming week. And today I'm going to show another 10 cards for my 1965 top set that I'm putting together. So let me turn the camera around, kick back, relax, and hope you enjoy. Okay, first up we have Johnny Keene. Before I start though, I want to thank Mark, the cardboard teacher, for sending me these cards. Much appreciated, Mark. These cards are all in really super great condition, so thank you. Johnny Keene, Yankee manager. He never played in the major leagues because in 1935 in the minors he was hit in the head by a pitch and was in a coma for 2 weeks. He began his managing career 3 years later in the minor leagues for the St. Louis Cardinals. 17 years later, he became their third base coach in 1959 and then their manager in 61. He won the World Series in 64 and resigned after the series, in which they beat the Yankees in 7 games. He signed on with the Yankees on October 20th after the World Series. In 65, he led the Yankees to their first losing season in 40 years, and in 66, after losing 16 of the first 20 games, he was let go. The New York Yankees didn't respond to their new manager, Ralph Houck, either, and finished in last place for the first time since 1912. According to Jim Bouton's book Ball 4, New York management used Keene as their excuse for their losing seasons, when it was more likely their aging players and poor farm system. Keene's managing record was .398 and .350. In case anybody wants to read that. Okay, next up we have Louis Teont. Teont pitched for 19 seasons for 6 different teams. First 6 were in Cleveland, then 8 in Boston and 2 in New York, 1 in Minnesota, California, and Pittsburgh. In 65, his second season, he was 11-11 with a .353 ERA and 105 strikeouts. Over the next 2 seasons, he was 24-20. Then in 68, a painful shoulder blade injury caused his velocity to drop, and for him to change his delivery to one of twisting his body in an unusual way, where he would pause before delivering his pitch. So anybody that's seen Teont pitch is very familiar with that. Somewhat is used by, what's his name for the Giants? Darn it, I'm blanking on the name. Oh well, come back to me. He would become known for his delivery style, and it is said he spent more time looking at second base than at the plate. He went 21-9 with 19 complete games, 9 shutouts, including 4 in a row, and a .160 ERA with 264 strikeouts in 1968. He struggled the next 4 seasons due to injuries. Then, in his first year with Boston, he turned it all around. In 8 seasons with Boston, he went 122-81 with a .336 ERA, 113 complete games, 26 shutouts, and 1,075 strikeouts, and was given the nickname El Teonte. He was a career .229 and .172 with a .330 ERA, 2,416 strikeouts, 187 complete games, and 49 shutouts. Boy, no one's going to do that anymore. He was a 3-time All-Star, 2-time earned runs leader, and Teonte is in the Red Sox Hall of Fame. Next up, we have Ron Hansen. Ron played 15 seasons for 5 teams, 7 years were with the White Sox, 5 with Baltimore. He was a Rookie of the Year in 1960. In 65, he hit .235 with 11 homers and 66 RBI. In 68, he had an unassisted triple play, the first one in Major League Baseball in 41 years. Also in 68, he was traded twice for the same player, Tim Cullen. It was the first time that I'm sorry, I'm really screwing this up. In 68, he was traded twice for the same player, Tim Cullen. It was the first time that had ever happened. He was a career .234 hitter with 106 homers, 501 RBI, and a 24.1 WAR. He was a coach and minor league manager and scout after his playing career. Next up, we have Dennis Bennett. Dennis was born in Oakland. Yay! He played 7 years for 5 teams. His first 3 seasons were with the Phillies. In 65, he went 5-7 with a .438 ERA, had 85 strikeouts and 141 2/3 innings. He was a career 43-47 with a .369 ERA, 572 strikeouts, 28 complete games, 6 shutouts, and an 8.6 WAR. Bob Humphreys played 9 seasons with 5 teams. 4+ seasons were with the Washington Senators. In 65, he was 2-0 with a .315 ERA, had 38 strikeouts in 62 2/3 innings. He was a career 27-21, .336 ERA, 364 strikeouts, and a 5.4 WAR. After his career was over, he was a player development director for 3 different teams. He then had success as a head baseball coach at Virginia Tech for 5 years, when he went 135-60 with 2 NCAA Division I championship appearances. Al Spangler. Al pitched for 13 seasons for 5 teams. The last 5 years were with the Cubs. In 65, he played for 3 different teams, Toronto, Houston, and California. In 62, he had the Houston Colts' very first RBI in their very first game as an expansion team. He hit an RBI triple in the bottom of the first inning against the Cubs. After his playing career, he managed in the minor leagues for the Cubs and was a coach in the majors. He was a career .262 hitter, had 21 home runs, 175 RBI, and was a 4.4 WAR. Okay, next up we have 65 rookie stars for the Cleveland Indians. We have George Culver and Tommy Agee. Culver was another player from California, JC, so there you go. He played 9 seasons for 7 teams, played in the minors in 1965, so he didn't play the year of discard in the majors. His career highlight, he pitched a no-hitter July 29th in 1968. He was a career 48-49 with a .362 ERA, had 451 strikeouts, 23 saves, and a 4.7 WAR. Tommy Agee played 12 seasons, 5 with the Mets. In 65, he hit .158 in 10 games with the White Sox. In 66, he was an All-Star and Rookie of the Year, hitting .273 with 22 homers and 86 RBI. In 69, he helped the Mets win the NLCS against the Braves in a 3-game sweep. He hit .357 with 2 homers and 4 RBI in that series. In the World Series against the Orioles, and when the series was tied 1-1, he hit the first homer at home in Mets World Series history, leading off in the first inning. He hit it off Jim Palmer. He also made 2 incredible catches that may have saved 5 runs in the game. The Mets won the game 5-0 and went on to win the series, their first World Series as the New York Mets. Next up, Bob Chance. Bob played 6 seasons for 3 different teams. Played 3 seasons with the Washington Senators, 2 with Cleveland, and 1 with the Angels. In '65, he hit .256 with 4 homers and 14 RBI. He was a career .261 hitter with 24 home runs and 112 RBI. Larry Bernath. Don't know how to pronounce that. Looks like a Bearnath, so I'm going to go with Bernath. 4 seasons with the Mets and 1 with Milwaukee. In '65, he was 3-5 with a .460 ERA. He was a career 13-21 with a .413 ERA. He had 124 strikeouts and 8 saves. After his playing career, he was a pitching coach for the Expos for 7 years and 3 years for the Rockies. He also scouted for 5 years for the Detroit Tigers. Last but not least, we have Duke Carmo. Duke played 4 seasons for 3 teams. In '65 was his last season. He appeared in 6 games for the Yankees, had 8 at-bats with no hits. He was a career .211 hitter, 4 home runs, and 23 RBI. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit long this time. Sometimes they're a little longer than others, but anyway, that's the next 10. Thank you again, Mark, for the cards. Much appreciated. Set's coming along nicely, and can't wait to get it all together and show everybody what it looks like in the binder. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great day.